All I ever wanted was to give my children a paradise. Show them the path of the divine. But now, Dikhan is dead. Government is here. How do I make this right?
It's hard to do that when you have serpents in your ears.
A civil war is brewing within the Rakadushi. A battle for the highest throne.
You want to take the highest place.
Someone has to keep this place together.
Now that Dikhan is dead, anything is possible. Ruth, you cannot have this baby here.
Tonight, we come to you live from the Rakadushi compound.
This is not gonna be good.
When I first entered, there were children singing. But I couldn't help but feel like there was something evil.
Oh, so evil.
Thank you for taking the time to speak with us. My name is Tashelle. I'm with Urban Bridges. So thank you for your time.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me. Nice meeting you. A little low as well. Was it Tashawn, is that what you said?
Tashelle, like Michelle with the T.
Tashelle. Got it.
Sorry, I'm having my own technical difficulties. All right. We're going to jump right into it. The highest is at his peak, some would say. Might be losing his mind a little bit more, but what kind of chaos can we expect from him for season 5B?
Mounting pressure, FBI trying to close in from the outside, internal struggles on the inside. There's the highlight for the highest, and then he has Ruth carrying the highest seat. It's his first biological kid that he's had, and it's a son. So, he's ecstatic on the one hand about that, but at the same time, everything else is chaos and unraveling for him. So, it's a tricky path for the highest coming up here.
And now this has been a very, very fun character to watch you portray. What's been the best part about this, you becoming this character for this season after season?
Well, I think this season really kind of reaches the climax for the highest because it explores a bit more as to how he came to be. Some of the traumas that he experienced as a kid, he revisits that sometimes through the influence of some of the meds that he's receiving from those within the compound. But it really kind of reaches a height and an understanding in terms of like how he came to be. There's a lot of abuse and turmoil in his earlier years that kind of have manifested itself into who he is today. So there's that sort of exploration that was really cool. And just every season they seem to find a way, the writers, to ratchet up the intensity and the conflict. So all of that combined kind of led to a fulfilling, intense, and much learned experience.
All right. Well, how you doing, Blue? It's always a pleasure to speak with you.
Always, always, always.
Especially about Ruthless, because you always be the most hype cast member. Best
look, don't tell them that you said that. Somebody might take offense.
Hey, it is what it is.
I try to always represent for the team and the family, man,
Yeah, you do the loyalty for real. Tell everybody what they can expect from Andrew on the second part of season 5 of Ruthless.
Wow, like you said, the stakes are high, man. Everybody is on edge inside the compound and on the outside. The people inside are trying to get out, and the people out are trying to get in. So that's the dynamic of everything that's going on. And with Andrew, man, you're still trying to figure out what's going to happen. They thought they had him. They thought that he was locked down, and he was finally at his demise. He's a slippery one.
Right. And that's leads me to my next question. Tell us who Andrew is, because I think, during the seasons at times viewers got kind of lost in who he is and what his mission is or was.
It's always been the same. Andrew was always there trying to save those kids, trying to save people, because that's who he is. He's a cop. He's a hero. He's that first. He's putting himself on the line, risking everything for everyone else. But within that, being so undercover, so deep cover, you thread the line. He's straddling the fence, and sometimes he has to go over and beyond, and it messes with his mentality, his mental, and it confuses himself along with the viewers. Like, wow, what side is this guy really on? But he's still trying to be a hero, man.
How are you, first of all?
Spectacular. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. We just had a little snowstorm here, so we're getting to that.
A snowstorm in
Minnesota.
Minnesota?
Yep.
Oh man, I don't think I've ever been to Minnesota.
You should
Yeah,
be. It's all about. It's, you know.
I left the East Coast. I left the snow behind. Yes, in LA, it's like actually it was kind of chilly today. It rained, so.
Well, we had like a declared snow day. Like all the schools are closed. All
Oh
that
wow!
shut down in Minnesota.
Y'all still do snow days even like
That's
within the
what.
Zoom area?
Hey, we didn't have those growing up, but these kids get snow days.
Okay, okay, that's cool.
But yes, okay, let's jump into it. First and foremost, again, thank you for taking the time and speaking with us at Urban Bridges. Congratulations on the success of the 5th season, 5B of Ruthless. Let's just tell everyone what they can expect from River in part 2 of season 5.
Oh man, I mean, it's just gonna be a continuation of the debauchery and kind of yeah, as you can see the first half of the season as River steps into the role of Dikhan, I think he really gets to get his lick back in a way, of the past season's transgressions against, the primary Dikhan and kind of everyone else. He gets to kind of sit in his power a little bit and it goes to his head. And it's going to continue to unfold in that way. As the rest of the season progresses.
Now, River has always played the hustler position really well. Tell our viewers who River is and what would his end all be.
I mean, the end all is just like making it out with the money and his mind intact. Yeah, I mean, he is a hustler, right? I mean, that's primarily what the objective has been for the past few seasons. And yeah, it's still all about that money. But I think now that he has a little taste of power, I think he's enjoying sitting in that as well.
All right, now fans are freaking out about a dead Dikhan. Can you tell us anything about that in advance?
I do know that, a lot of things in the compound aren't what they appear to be. Oftentimes, you don't really know until you know, sort of thing. So I don't really know, like in terms of speaking towards that. I don't remember exactly where we left off. So I don't want to hang myself with information that hasn't been released yet or anything like that. But Dikhan is beloved by everybody, including the highest and myself there. That I have a great time working with Lenny. So I don't know. It makes for great entertainment. I do know that. Season 5 is intense.
And then I have to try to get some information from you. I'm going to try because the fans are freaking out about the Dikhan being dead. And we know Dikhan is actually a position, but a person to most people. Can you give us anything about that?
About the Dikhan being dead. I'm not supposed to spill any details, but it's a title. Like you said, it's a word. The Dikhan is a title, not just a human. So, the Dikhan is the title. I don't think you can ever kill the actual Dikhan.
I like that.
Did that make sense?
It made a lot of sense. I like that a lot.
Did I thread it?
Riddling, I love it.
All right, now you've been working with some of the best casts for years. Share a bit about that and your experiences with the cast.
I mean, it's just so fun to I think every season continue to come back and see how much everyone's grown and our relationships as people, but also our characters develop and get more interesting and more specific as time goes on. Specifically, me and Nadej, who plays Joan, we started out together, and I feel like over the course of the seasons have only continued. Our relationship has continued to expand, and I think our characters have had so much fun and to be able to play off each other. And it's really just been a gift to grow as people and as actors over the years.
Awesome. Now tell me, what's been the best part about bringing this character to life for you over so many seasons?
It is just, I mean, it's just a blast. River, is selfishly my favorite character on the show. I think there's just something fun about him always being up to something that is exciting, and there's always going to be like I'm never not going to be having fun, whether it's like, you know, kind of bantering with Ruth or Joan, or like, I don't know, being at the brink of death from the highest. You know, as an actor, I think there's never going to be a moment, there's never a dull moment.
Okay, now bring us into the mind of the highest. Who is he, and what is his end game?
End game for the highest is fulfilling his vision. You know, along the road, he has developed an ideology, a religion, and he ultimately feels as though he's doing something for the greater good. So his ultimate vision is to take himself and his people to that greater good and fulfill, you know, that ultimate vision of the highest, which is questionable in the eyes of the ordinary person, but to him, he's deity. You know what I mean? He feels like he has the light and he has the path.
Now, I know you've worked with a really incredible cast over the years. Tell us a bit about those experiences.
Well, the incredible cast on Ruthless.
Yeah.
I think the cast, you know, anytime that you have a new show, I think, and you're able to create something and then have the duration that Ruthless has had, it's really special. You know what I mean? So the cast is completely absent of ego. It's a very close-knit friend and family type of feel to it, which is great for artists, you know, to collaborate and feel like, you know, we're working towards the same goal, we're working together. It's a really good feeling. I've developed some really good friendships there. As fast as it is, normal productions last, you know what I mean? We're very, very compact in terms of our shooting schedule. We get it done in a matter of weeks, which is, you know, both beneficial and unfortunate at the same time. But as it relates to the cast, you know, I couldn't ask for a more supportive and cool collective set of people to work with. It's been great.
Tell everyone why they need to tune into 5B premiere of Ruthless and the entire season on BET Plus.
Ooh, everybody needs to tune in, because just when you thought it couldn't get any crazier, guess what? It gets a little crazier. So it's intense. Betrayals, the conflict, the agendas, the unraveling of it all. I think it's going to leave a lot of people surprised. It's pretty intense this year. Check it out.
I got to ask you, what have you enjoyed most about bringing this character to life, especially after 5 seasons?
For one, the layers, the levels, the longevity. Like I said, we've had so much fun just extending the show and keeping people on edge with what's to come and what's next. And Andrew's been right there on the front line. And that's what somebody said. Like, he's basically a pivotal part of the story. Everything is based around him. He's the one keeping the feds out and trying to keep the other people in. So Andrew has brought levels to myself as well, like I said, because you have to put yourself within the characters that you play, whether it's 100% or 1%, but you still have to put yourself into it. And Andrew is that. He stretches my norms daily. So like, it's a fun ride. It's a fun ride.
I love that. And then speaking of, you know, the character Dikhan and Matt and everybody else, talk about the cast. What have you enjoyed about working with them?
Oh man, like I said, that's my family. We're a family. Big shout out to BET Plus for allowing us to be able, because it's been 5 years. It's been 5-6 years that we've been doing this. Doesn't seem like it, but like I said, it's been a little while now. So being able to be, like I said, the cast, Melissa, Matt, Lenny, just the Baadja, just everybody still being there and rocking and rolling and coming together like it's the first time. Every time we get together, we're back like it's the first time, like we never left. You know what I mean? And we miss each other so much before we able to get back together and get back in the compound and make this magic.
It comes across on screen, but yeah, all the cast members have mentioned the family dynamic that you guys have, you know, pretty much behind the scenes. So that's great to hear. But you got to tell everybody why they need to continue this Ruthless journey starting on March 13th with part B of season 5. Why should they tune in week after week?
Because there's nothing else on TV like it. I mean, it speaks for itself. Where else can you go and get a show where you got sex, murder, lies, drugs, love? We got everything. One minute we're you're at church and the religious is popping off. Then 1 second later, you got the feds busting in with guns and people getting shot and got you on the edge of your seat. So you got to tune in. Where else can you get this? Nothing else is on TV like Ruthless. And we've been saying that for some time, and we still shock ourselves. I know the fans get shocked because we get shocked with some of the things that we do when we're making it. So yeah, you haven't seen nothing because there's so much more left in season 5 and what's to come. Wow.
Tell everyone why they need to tune into the 5B premiere of Ruthless and the entire seasons on BT Plus.
Well, I mean, it's in the name. It's Ruthless. We are coming with nonstop drama and entertainment and twists and turns. I think the first couple episodes, there are specifically some crazy twists that I think the audience will be very, very shocked at. So that's just one of many reasons to tune in because you truly never know what to expect.
All right, switching gears real quick. We couldn't speak to you without asking you about Riley. Tell us about that special project.
Oh, the film. It's really a film that's close to my heart. It was my friend of mine was a producer on it, and he brought me on and introduced me to the director, writer, and I think it just like really connected with me and who I was as a teenager. And I think the script kind of just felt very authentic to my upbringing in a way that was just really rewarding to bring on screen. And yeah, I mean, it's definitely it's definitely a switch up from the vibe of Ruthless. But I just recommend anyone to go watch it if they can.
Awesome. And I know, tell us, what would your ideal role be? And also, what has been the favorite role that you've played?
I think an ideal role for me definitely would be one where I could explore all the different facets of myself, the different personalities and characters that I've got buried within, because I love to incarnate different personalities and characters. So I think it would be one that's going undercover, and have to fit into a variety of different backgrounds. Both exploring my Latin background. I would love to be able to do that. I've played some Latin characters, but I haven't necessarily been involved in a Latin project, specifically or completely Latin or Spanish for that matter. I think that would be cool. To date, the most challenging or rewarding character actually is the highest. It's been, and I'm not just saying that either. It has been an eye-opening experience for me from the get-go, from day one, having the privilege of working with Tyler in the creation of this character, to collaborate with him to create a very complex, psychotic, duplicitous, but well-meaning, I think in his own eyes, character. It's complex and super challenging. That has definitely been the cause for much growth from myself, both as an actor and as a human being. It's been incredible. It's been an amazing journey.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you would love to leave us with before we wrap?
Just, beyond grateful and appreciative for the support that the show has gotten. I can tell you that on day one of shooting the show, through that first whole week that I did it in season 1, I was like, oh man, what in the heck is this ever going to result to be? It felt so kind of confusing and chaotic initially, but we found our stride, and the audience the whole way has been super supportive and uplifting for the show and hooked in a certain way. That's great. So I express my gratitude and appreciation for that, and hopefully we can keep this wave going.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Thank you again for speaking with us and taking your time. And congratulations on a continuance of season 5.
Much appreciated. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Awesome. And as an actor, what would your ideal role be?
I mean, I grew up in the theater, so I grew up kind of doing Shakespeare and studying some of the classics. So to me, like I want to kind of get back to that. I want to get back to like, man, I would love to do. I think I mean, obviously with film and TV, it's nothing is ever going to be exactly like that, but the closest I can do is like a fantasy or like a period piece. I would really love to do like, yeah, some high fantasy Game of Thrones kind of stuff. Something where I can like really be dressing, and like speak in, old English and I don't know, something like that.
Okay, a character. Anything else before we wrap?
No, I don't think so. It's if season 5 is the best one yet, so just keep coming, keep watching, and keep supporting the show. It only gets more crazy.
Awesome. Thank you again so much for taking the time to speak with us, and you enjoy the rest of your day.
Absolutely. Thank you. You too.
And then I have to ask, what's next for you, Mr. No Days Off, Mr. Kimble?
I am honored. I'm blessed to be able to do this. It's a blessing to be able to do what I do, but it's also a privilege. First the blessing, then the privilege. So that's why I don't take any of it for granted. I go hard, I prepare hard, I work hard. I try not to get tired. Sometimes we do, but I try to put my best face forward and this genuine smile that I have every time for the people, for the supporters, for the culture, and BET and BET Plus for backing me and allowing me to be able to do so. There's no place that I would rather be, man. I'm so grateful, and this is only the beginning. Tyler Perry tells us all the time, do more. Whatever you're doing, do more.
Yeah.
You think you're doing a lot, Blue, do more. That's my Tyler Perry impression. Do more. He got a deep voice. So that's what's up, man. We got a lot of productions coming. My production company. Well, wow, I got the hat on. Viral Productions is up and running, and we're doing some things, pushing the narrative for the culture. And a couple films and series are coming next from our umbrella. And I can't wait to talk to you about all of them.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, really. Is there anything else you want to share before we wrap?
About the show?
Anything.
Am I allowed? We can't leak any spoilers, can't tell anything, but no, I'm serious. It hasn't lost its allure. It hasn't lost its magic. It hasn't fizzled out. Season 5 is just as promising as season 1, man. And I like I said, Ruthless and the dynamic shocks myself. We wear so much purple and see so much purple. We have enough purple for the remaining of the year. I don't think no one in the cast ever wears purple outside of filming Ruthless.
Probably not. Yeah. Well, again, I want to thank you for taking time out. Again, always a pleasure. I'm looking forward to what you do next, and of course, the rest of the season.
I can't wait. I'll be here every time you call. I'm calling back. If we talking Ruthless or we talking anything, boss, I appreciate you, and we're gonna keep this thing going.
Appreciate you, bro. You have a good one. Continued success and blessings.
Big time. See you.
It is time to enact my plan.
The unthinkable.
The unthinkable.
The evil government has grown in size outside our gates. But those wishing to follow the raccoon have also grown in size outside our gates. All hail the highest!
This place is ready to erupt.
All hail the highest!
The gate's opening.
She's wearing a bomb.
All hail the highest! I am ready to fight! Are you ready to fight? All hail the highest! All hail the highest!
How did we get to this place? I love you.